Hello, I'm Isis, and today I'll be talking about my experience with Orange County Sustainability as their Education and Outreach Intern for spring 2026. A little bit of an overview before we begin. My advisor for this internship was Karina, and as the Education and Outreach Intern, it was my job to support outreach efforts and events through administrative tasks, research, educational content creation, and newsletter writing. The team had Monday meetings where we all got together with the Heat Action Plan intern and myself, and we were able to get feedback on some of the projects we've been working on. And so those were always really helpful and a great way to kick off the week. Here's a list of my deliverables. In addition to writing for the newsletter, I was able to help support the following events, which were the Tree Giveaway, Creek Week, Repair Cafe, and the Earth Day event. Climate Connection is Orange County's sustainability's newsletter. It comes out 4 times a year. And for the winter edition, I was able to write a piece on air pollution and its impacts on human health. For this piece, I interviewed Mel, one of the Orange County sustainability team members, and we were able to talk a little bit about her experience as someone in the disabled community and how air pollution impacts her day-to-day life. The Tree Giveaway was the first major event I was able to help support and host. I drafted the flyer for volunteers and created the form that was used for the public to sign up for the trees that they wanted. On the day of, I was there with Karina to help answer any questions and navigate traffic. Pictured here is one of the master gardeners that was there to answer questions and do a tree planting demonstration. Overall, just a great event, and it was really nice to see people leaving with their trees, just very happy to have a little bit of nature that they could plant in their yards. The Creek Week kickoff booth was something that I ran on my own. For this event, I drafted 2 activity sheets, the Creek Week Bingo, which was for adults, and the Sustainability Fun activity sheet for kids. Anyone who completed these activity sheets got an I Love My Creek sticker, which is something that I made. So that was just a great kind of flex of the creative muscles. And for the event, I also presented on my experience as an intern and got to answer some questions from the public. I was able to interact with families and people from all different kinds of backgrounds and demystify kind of sustainability a little bit, and found out that there's so many assumptions about it, such as that it's expensive or maybe not applicable to some people. So it was nice to have those one-on-one, more individual impacts on people that day. Repair Cafe was another event that Sustainability Orange County hosted. It was on April 11th, and for this event, me and Mel were able to kind of help people sign up for the email listserv and help them kind of navigate their way through the building. I was able to help set up the space for the repairs and got to see some really cool items being brought in for those repairs, such as this sewing machine. So it was really nice to see people reusing old gadgets and trying to kind of bring them back to life in a way. The Earth Day event was the last event that I helped Orange County Sustainability with. For this event, I created a sustainability trivia game where we used a spinner to kind of ask the public different questions about sustainability, and it seemed to be a great hit. Families really liked playing, as well as kids. So it was just nice to see. We also had one of the graduating previous interns from a different semester come by. So it was just nice to see those connections spanning past the internship experience. Here is a list of skills that I was able to kind of engage with and explore further through this internship. Those include Microsoft Forms, Adobe Express, Canva. My time with the outreach booth really helped me to kind of learn a little bit more about myself and how I engage with the public and what it looks like to be in that front-facing role. Some things I took away were keep an open mind, meet people where they are. They're coming with, like I said, a lot of assumptions about sustainability. It's a big word, and where you can kind of help guide people to engage with it further is always nice, but always just kind of respecting that people are coming with it from different backgrounds. Offering small actions such as taking something from the booth or signing up for a listserv is always a great way to engage people, especially when it's low effort and something that they can do on the spot. And keeping the conversations local helps to kind of help people understand sustainability is something that impacts them on a day-to-day life, and bringing in what Orange County Sustainability does to them and make it more applicable. Here are some major takeaways I was able to kind of come up with when I was reflecting on my time with Orange County. Um, First of all, there's lots of experts in the field, and compromise is key, especially when you're trying to create something, whether that's the newsletter or a flyer. Having people come in with their own ideas and helping you brainstorm is always great. So, leading into the second point, that the more eyes, the better. You want to kind of get those feedbacks and see what different ideas people have, because in the end, it's just going to create a stronger product. Also, that accessibility is paramount. For the newsletter, for instance, I was able to take these hard, kind of difficult to understand scientific concepts such as air pollution and make it more accessible for people, and kind of turn those scientific concepts into everyday language. So that was really nice. I also, like I said, engage with lots of assumptions about sustainability, such as that it's expensive or not for me. And I think that just kind of helping people navigate those assumptions and kind of helping them see that maybe some things aren't necessarily as black and white is always just really nice. And I think one of the more rewarding parts of this work, I think, is having that impact on individuals. So it was really nice to see that in my time with Orange County Sustainability. And lastly, just a big thank you to everyone who helped support me in this internship, and especially to Karina, my mentor, and our team, which was Isabel, Mel, and Amy. I had a great time, so learned a lot, and would recommend the internship to anyone. Thank you.